So during this time, though, aside from the lawyer situation and everything, were you going through other personal things that you feel like influenced you to react that way?
I mean, well, taking it back, yeah, definitely. Um, Pap Pap had issues with Fat Joe before, you know what I'm saying? And I remember it like yesterday because Slay, I was the first person. Slay called me like 1 in the morning and said, "Yo, Pap just got jumped." You feel me? And I said, "Pap just got jumped? What you mean?"
Wait. Okay, you jumping ahead in the timeline right now because we gonna get there. We
Oh,
gonna get there. But
all right.
um,
Nah,
yeah.
but what you was
So
asking me? Because I thought that was, you know what I mean? Uh,
no, but I meant like personally in your
oh, my
personal life. Like,
personal
were you
law.
like going through things? Yeah, like
I'm,
because sometimes when we get real overwhelmed with other things going on, and then like we take things a little more personal.
yeah, I was. I ain't gonna lie. I was going through other things. You feel me? I was already going through a bad breakup. You know what I'm saying? I got married young. You feel me? You know, to like I said, with the mother of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And my twin boys. And you gotta remember, I met her when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I ran away. One of the reasons I ran away was because of her. I was 13 going on 14. You feel me? By the time I was 15, she was having my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I
Wow.
grew up early. You feel me? I grew up a man too early. And by the time I was 18, 19, we had the twins. You feel me? We had my two boys. So it's like I said, I was a kid having kids. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, when I started doing the whole slate thing, we've been years together already, and we was going through a bad breakup. You know what I'm saying? And I was constantly going, so I was constantly seeing other women, and I just didn't want to be there no more. You know what I'm saying? And it was a thing that we just grew out of love. You know what I'm saying? Like she was a good woman. I could never badmouth the mother of my kids. Like she was a good woman. You know what I'm saying? She had her stuff with her. I had my stuff. It wasn't meant to be no more. So I was going through shit with that. I was going through other little shit, other shit that was minor, you know what I'm saying, dealing with, fake niggas and, you know what I mean, the streets and, you know what I mean, because I was still out there like that, you feel me? I was still doing my 1-2. So, sometimes that can play a part in it, you know what I mean? So I would
Right.
say it did definitely play a little part in it, but not too much, you know what I'm saying? Not too much.
So it seemed to get real serious because I saw in your interview with Baller Status, you was like saying he built his career off drama, but then he didn't want the drama with you and that he was scared of everybody. So what was going on at that time that made it escalate to that level?
I mean, when I said what I said on Baller Status, he responded. Well, he responded with when I did the diss track. You feel me? And when I did the diss track, no more than 8 hours, he responded. And I was so
Was that when he went on Vlad or this was
yeah,
something else that he
yeah.
responded a different
That's
way?
when he went on Vlad. And I was
Okay.
so blind. This is how I wasn't I wasn't in my right mind either to a point because I looked at it like if I put this diss record, which really ain't a diss, is really just airing out the truth. I bet you he'll call me then and try and make this work the right way. That's how I'm looking at it.
Mm,
I'm looking at it like watch him get back on his bike and then me and him gonna get on the right path. I'm looking at it a whole different way. And I'm like, and we gonna squash everything and then, you know, he'll get my point once he hear this record. And it didn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? The way I was thinking, he responded like not even 8 hours after the record dropped, and he was pissed off. You feel me? And he was like, "These rappers losing their mind," and then I saw he was in his feelings because he was like, "Oh, come on, dog, the gunplay and all that," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm like the realest motherfucker you got." you know what I come from. Pat couldn't tie my shoelaces with these fucking with this street shit, and you going on here trying to make me look wild. You feel me? So I knew he was in his feelings. You feel me? But you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought he was gonna take it a whole different way, but that's where I said, you know what I'm saying? That's how stupid of me to think that, you know what I mean, I could do a record airing out, regardless if it's true as it gets. You know what I mean? That's where I told you earlier, I wish I would have just called him that one more time. Maybe that one more time would have had a different outcome.
Right. And in the song, you compared yourself to Beanie Siegel and said Papoose was Memphis Bleak, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's how I always felt. I felt like it wasn't a shot to Pat at all, yo. I just felt at the time like you rap one way. So it's like, yo, you rap one way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how to make radio hits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, every time we met up, I used to show mad love to this nigga. You feel me? And it was like, he was acting like, like his shit didn't stink. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. I even hooked him up with a show that one of my people had in Philly and brought him down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being a team player. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying, I just didn't think that he was better than me in no kind of way as an artist, image, anything. So in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna prove it rather than talk about it. You know what I mean? Because you always want to prove yourself. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm gonna
You
prove it.
real young at this time, so the ego is still, very a little more strong than you being more mature and being able to process things.
Yeah, well, I was still, I was still more mature, but still, you still got the ego thing, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean. But it was like nothing was getting taken the way I thought it would get taken. You feel me? And at that time, I didn't give a fuck. Like I was ready. I was on some me against the world type shit. I didn't give a fuck what a nigga thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we gonna do what we gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And everybody knew that's how I came. I came ferocious when I went to the party. I went with me, with 100 niggas over there. You feel me? And the niggas that I went with, you know what I'm saying? The main niggas I went with would be a solid 6 to 7. There's only like 2 or 3 that's not there no more. The other niggas is still there. I still got my team. You feel me? And they the team that I mean, that I surround myself with to this day. And you know what I'm saying, is only a handful. You feel me? And it was like, I come over there ferocious. I come on some real shit. I come over there like a lion. But my business side of it, it needed to, it was still, rough around the edges. You feel me? But who ain't chop? You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you start getting motherfuckers to mold them and shit like that. You know what I mean? And maybe if Slay would have molded me more earlier, with all the talks that we had, I wish he would have told me some of the shit. You know what I mean? That he told Pap in the beginning, because I felt like I was cheated in many ways. You know what I'm saying? And shit. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing that really I said that was not real about the whole thing, because my whole thing, Chop, is next that I want to do is I really want to take a lot to take the test, and I'll bet you I pass with flying colors because that's how strong I am about what I say. I know everything I say, I'm a pass. You feel me? And a lot of people will really get exposed when the truth come out, because it's like, yo, why am I going to lie about certain things that happen? You know what I'm saying? If you hear the story, everything adds up. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you where I was wrong at. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I told you, I wish I would have took certain things with Slay a different way. You know what I mean? Even to him, to now, when him passing, may he rest in peace. I was the one always reaching out and said, "Joe, I want to talk to you." You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. And right at the end, I knew that was going to happen. And it's unfortunate what happened, but everything happened for a reason, man.